Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. In this video, you are going to learn how to get automatic WhatsApp reminders from Google Calendars. So let's see what is happening here. So you have created events here in Google Calendar, and according to that events, you are going to send reminder messages on WhatsApp automatically. Now let's talk about the applications we are using. So guys, Google Calendar is a time management calendar application by Google in which you can create shareable calendars and mark on it important dates and events. And WhatsApp is a very widely used instant messaging applications, and as you guys already know about it. Now let's suppose that you have created a calendar here in Google Calendars and you created many events in that calendar which you are going to attend next week, next month or in next year, right? So you have many events lined up here in Google Calendar. So now you want to receive a reminder message here on WhatsApp about the events that you are going to attend and important meetings that you are going to attend which are marked in Google Calendar, right? Now to get this done, you have two ways. One is to manually go and check in Google Calendar which event you have on which date, and if any attendee is there along with you, you will deliver him a reminder message here on WhatsApp. Or you cannot deliver yourself a message, because if you see yourself in Google Calendar every time and check every time any new event, you are going to know it. But this process can be very repetitive and tiresome for you. So we have a better way for you. What if I tell you that all the events that you have created here in Google Calendar, the reminder message of that events get automatically delivered to you here on WhatsApp in a new message. Yes guys, this can happen, and this can be done by connecting Google Calendars with WhatsApp. But the issue is there is no direct connection or integration present between Google Calendar and WhatsApp. So to make this connection here, I am using a software called as Pabbly Connect. So guys, Pabbly Connect is an integration and automation software, and the best part of it is that you will not require any coding skills or programming knowledge to make this connection between Google Calendars and WhatsApp. So now let me give you a demo on my screen of how this connection between Google Calendars and WhatsApp is going to work in real time. So guys, this is my Google Calendar here, and you can see I have these meetings in this week, right? So I have an annual general meeting at 23rd of September, and then an investors meet, and then a press conference. So these are the events I have created that I have to attend in these days, and today's date is 22nd of September, right? So I have scheduled a reminder for myself, and I'll have that reminder on my WhatsApp account one day before any meeting. All right, so I have a meeting on 23rd, so I have scheduled this automation like that I receive a reminder message on WhatsApp on this date, that is today. So I have scheduled the time as a few minutes from now, so we'll wait for a few minutes and then we will see if we receive a reminder message on WhatsApp or not. So guys, you can see we have received a new message on WhatsApp. So let's see what it is saying. So this is a message I have received, and it is saying, "Hello Aqib Javed, this is just a friendly reminder that you have a meeting, annual general meeting on this date, 23/9/2021. So this is how a reminder will come to you when you make this automation. So I have a meeting on 23, annual general meeting, and today is the date of 22. So I have received a reminder message on WhatsApp for this meeting to attend one day before. All right, now you guys are wondering how I managed to bring this message here without any manual compilation of the message. So guys, let me give you the easiest and quickest steps by which you can also make this connection or automation between Google Calendar and WhatsApp. So guys, these are the 3 easy steps by which you can also make this integration or automation between Google Calendars and WhatsApp. Alright, so step 1 is connect Pabbly Connect to Google Calendar. So first of all, we are going to open Pabbly Connect and connect our Google Calendar. Step 2 is collect the data from Google Calendar in Pabbly Connect. So in second step, we'll bring the data from our Google Calendar to Pabbly Connect. Then step 3 is send the same data to Vati for sending a reminder message. So in the last step, we are going to send the collected data from Pabbly Connect to WhatsApp as a new message. And to do that, we are going to use another application called as Vati. So I'll tell you what Vati is later on in this video. First of all, switch back to our step 1 and open Pabbly Connect. So you have to open your browser first and type here Pabbly, that is pabbly.com. So this is the landing page of Pabbly. From here, put your cursor on these products and click on connect. Now from here you can set up your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes by clicking here on this sign up free button, which I have already done, so I'm clicking on sign in directly. So this is the all apps section of Pabbly. From here you have to come to this connect panel and click on access now. And this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. To start working here, you have to create workflows like this. Alright, so I have all these workflows. So you can also create this by clicking here on create workflow button. So click on it. Then it will ask for a relevant name. So you can give it any name. So I am now giving it as Google Calendar to WhatsApp reminders. All right. Now I'm clicking on create. So as your workflow get created, you will find these two things, the trigger and the action. So Pabbly Connect work on these two things. Trigger says when this happens, action says Pabbly Connect do this. Alright, so as in our use case, a trigger would be events in Google Calendar and the action would be reminder messages on WhatsApp. Alright, so first of all, you have to click here on trigger, and from the choose app, you have to choose scheduler. So this is scheduler by Pabbly. Alright, so select it. And then it will ask for how often you want to run your workflow. So I want to run this workflow every day. So Pabbly Connect will check the Google Calendar every day and send reminder accordingly if we have an event. So here it is asking for the time on which you want to send the reminder messages. So you have to put the time in UTC format. So this is called as universally converted time format, which lags behind IST format by 5 hours 30 minutes. So you have to convert IST to UTC format. So you just have to put it like this. Let's say we want to send reminders in the evening 7 p.m. So you have to put it like. So to enter the time of 7 p.m. you have to put 1:30. All right. So this is 7 p.m. in UTC format. So you can take the help of online IST to UTC converters for this task. After that, just click on save here. So we have scheduled the time and we have scheduled the reminders actually. Then in the action window, you have to click and you have to execute our first tab, which is to connect the Google Calendar. So from the choose app, you have to choose Google Calendar. So where it is here. Then in the action event, you have to select get all events. So you'll find get all events like this. Get all events. This is get all events. After this, click on connect. From here, click on add new connection and then click on connect with Google Calendar. So it will ask for the email ID by which your calendar is connected. So select that email ID. After this, it will ask for some access, which is completely safe. Just click on continue. And the authorization is successful. It is showing connected. That means we are connected to our Google Calendar. Now in the calendar field, when you click here, you will find this list. So this is the list of all the calendars I have in my Google Calendar. So let me show you. So here it is. This is my Google Calendar, and you can see I have created all these calendars for various purposes. So birthdays, reminders, tasks, my calendar. So this is my calendar in which I have created these events, and I want to connect this calendar only with my Pabbly Connect. All right. So when I click here, I'll find this calendar, my calendar, in this list also. So you just have to map this your calendar from here only, like this. Right. Now, please toggle this simple response button to off. I'll tell you why we are doing this, and then click on save and send test request. So you can see it has captured this response. All right, so this was our second step. Let me show you. So the second step was to collect the data from Google Calendar in Pabbly Connect. So this is what we have just done. Like this, I'll show you. So in Pabbly Connect, when I click here on save and send test request, this is the type of data that we have captured from Google Calendar. So it is showing the summary name is my calendar. So this is the calendar that we have selected, and it is showing the updated time. It is showing an array of data like this. You can also see this. It is showing the items like this. So this is called array of data. So why we have gathered this type of data? Because I have toggled this simple response button to off. So why we have done that, I'll tell you. Now you have to click on plus button, and from the choose app you have to choose a function by Pabbly which is called iterator, right? So this is iterator by Pabbly, and now it is asking for choose array. So when you click here, you will find this Google Calendar get all events option, and from here you will find this items array. So this is the array of data that we have captured. So what iterator will do, iterator will segregate this data into individual events, right? So iterator will segregate the data into individual events, and it takes one event at a time. All right. So it will look one event at a time, then schedule the workflow and send the reminder. Then it will take another event again, then send the reminder. Then it will look after another event. So it takes all the events from your calendar one by one. So this is the function of iterator by Pabbly. That's why we have gathered this data in this array format by toggling this button off, and now we are connecting iterator, and from the choose array we are choosing this items array. All right, so when I click here on save and send test request, you will see that it segregated our data like this. So now it is showing the data like this, and it is showing in the summary the name of the event is important presentation. So what Pabbly will do, it will take the first event that you have created in your calendar. All right, so I can show you in my calendar. This is my calendar. It is showing annual general meeting, investors meet, press conference, but it is not showing this meeting, important presentation. That means it is a meeting that we have created a few months before, or it is a first event that was created in my calendar. So you can also, I can show you this also. Let me go to my calendar and search for this event from here. So let's see if we have this. All right, so you can see I have created this important presentation meeting at 13th of August, Friday 2021. So let's see. So this is the same, I think this is the same event that Pabbly Connect have captured, and you can see, right. So this is the same event that it has captured. So this was the first event created on this date. You can see December, 8th of December, I think. Let's see the date also. 13th of August. All right. So August is the 8th month, na? Right. So it is showing the same date here also. You can see 13/8/2021. So start date is 13/8, right? So it took the data of our first event. All right. Now iterator have segregated the data. Now what you have to do, you can see the start time or date here. It has captured in this format. So it has this T07. It is a pretty complicated format. So let's simplify this. Click on this plus event. Now I am introducing another function by Pabbly which is called which is called text formatter. So I am applying text formatter here. This is text formatter. And from here in this action event, you have to choose split text. And then click on connect. After this, it is asking for text to split. All right. So here in this field, you have to enter or map the data that you want to split. So we want to split this date. We do not want this thing here, T08, this, we do not want this. So in the start date. So click here and you will find this iterator by Pabbly option. And when you click here, you will find the same data that we have segregated like this. So from here, you can select this start date time, select it. Now it is asking for the separator. So we want to separate this date from this T, right? So put this T here like this. And in the segment index, let it be first only, because we want this first data. So this is the first, then separated by T, then this is the second. So we want this date only. So select this first. Then when I click on 7 send test request here, you will see the data is splitted and we got only the date, right? Now the date we have here is in this YYMMDD format. So this is not a standard format. So let's change the format of the date also. Click here. Now let me introduce another function by Pabbly that is called datetime formatter. So DATE, datetime. So this is datetime formatter. Here it is. After this, in this action event, select here format date only. This is the option, format date only. Now click on connect. And here you have to map the date. So when you click here, you will find this option. Which option? This text formatter by Pabbly option. And you will see this date here only. So when you click here, this is the text formatter and you will find the splitted date here. So just map it like this. And then it is asking for into which format you want to convert. So we want to convert it in simple MMDD YY format. So simple MMDD, this is simple MMDD YY format. So I'm selecting this. And you can leave it blank. It is not required. Just click on save and send test request here. And you will see the format is changed. Now it is showing the 8th month, 13th of August 2021. So the format is changed into this standard. Now, what I want to show you now is click on this plus button and another action window will appear. And from here, you have to choose from the choose app, date time formatter again. So why we are selecting date time formatter again, I'll tell you. And from this action event, you have to select modify current date. Modify current date. This is modify current date. Then click on connect. And select the basic format to MMDDYY only. Right. Now select the time zone to Asia, Kolkata. Asia. This is Asia. This is Asia. You will find Asia, Kolkata here. So this is Indian time zone. Select this time zone. And in the operation, select add. What I am doing is, let's suppose that today's date is, let me show you in the calendar. So this is the date of today, 22. And we have an event. Let me show in my calendar. So we have an event here. So in this calendar, you can see we have an event tomorrow. So this is the today's date and we have an event tomorrow. So we do not have the data of this date in Pabbly Connect anywhere. You can see we have the date of a previous event like this, but we do not have the current date. Also, we do not have the date of tomorrow. So to bring the date of tomorrow, we are applying this date time formatter, selecting modify current date and adding a day more in the date. So when I add a day more in current date, what date will appear? The next date will appear. So we will got the date of next date. This is why we are doing this. So in this operation, select add unit days, and here put the value as 1 only, like this. And let's click on save and send test request. So you will see that this date is appear 23/9/2021. So this is the date of the event, right? So we got the date of the event. Now in Pabbly Connect, what you have to do, you have to click on this plus button again, and the another action window will open up. And here you have to apply another function by Pabbly, which is called number formatter. Number formatter. This is number formatter. And in the action event, you have to select spreadsheet formulas. So we are going to apply a spreadsheet formula here. So I'll tell you why we are doing this. So click on connect, and this formula field will appear. So you can check the formula list from here by clicking here, and here you have to find the days formula, right? So this is the days formula, and it is to compare two dates. So just copy this formula from here only, like this, paste it here like this, and in the place of dates you have to map the dates. So which dates we are going to compare? We are going to compare the date of the event and the date we have modified. So you will find the data from here only. So in this first field, click here on the format date option, and you will find the formatted date of the event, like this. Then just erase this, and then compare it with which date? The date that you have modified, and bring the date like this by adding a day one, right? Now click on save and send test request, and it is showing this type of result, -41, because this is the difference between these two dates. But in real time, when this workflow will run and the dates will got compared, when this result becomes 0, the workflow will continue. Now this will not continue because we have received the data of a previous event, the first event that I have entered in my calendar, and we got the date of event by adding this plus 1 day. So this is the date of upcoming event. So it is not matching. So it is showing this result. But when this result will become 0, the workflow will run. So do not worry about it. Now what you have to do is to click on this plus button again, and another action window will open up, and in that window we'll apply a filter by Pabbly. So now from the choose app, choose your application as filter by Pabbly. This is filter. And now we are going to put a condition to run the workflow. So in this select label, select the label of the previous function, which is this date time format, or which is this number formatter in which we have compared the two dates. So you have to select this label, this result label. So you will find this label from the select label option. Select this number formatter label. You can see this result label. So when this result label equal to 0, now it is showing -41 now. But when this result will be equal to 0, the workflow will continue and the reminder will be sent, right? So when I click on save and send test request, it is showing the condition is false. So when this result here it will be equal to 0, and this we have applied a filter. So when this condition met true, the workflow will continue and the message will be delivered, right? So now it is time for our final step. Let me show you the step. So our final step is send the same data to Vati for sending a reminder message. So now we are going to send the collected data of our events from Pabbly Connect to WhatsApp as a new reminder message. And to do this, we are going to use another application which is called Vati. So now I'll tell you what Vati is and how we are going to use it. So now in Pabbly Connect, click on this plus button again, and from the action window, choose your application as WATI, that is Vati. So now you guys are wondering why I'm using this application. So guys, to send messages on WhatsApp, you must have the access of WhatsApp's chat API. So guys, Vati is an application which have the access of WhatsApp's chat API. So by using this application, you can send messages on WhatsApp directly and very easily. So after selecting this application, select this action event as send template messages. Right, now this connect button will appear, click on it. And from this window, select this add new connection. And these fields will open up. So it is asking for an API endpoint and this access token. So from where you are going to find these things? So you have to go to Vati dashboard and click on this API docs option to find these two things. So let me bring you to my Vati account. So this is my Vati account. You can also set up your Vati account, and to do that, you can check our description box in which we have pasted a link of the video in which we have explained how to set up your Vati account. Alright, for now, I'm going to click on this hamburger type of icon you can see on the right hand side of broadcast like this. And here you will see this API docs option. So click on it. And you can see we have this access token and endpoint here. So just copy these things from here only like this and paste it in Pabbly Connect like this. Right. After this, click on save. So now it is showing connected. That means we are connected to Vati account. Alright, after this you will find these fields. So first field is the WhatsApp number. So here you have to manually enter the number of the person to whom you want to send the reminder messages. So in this case, we are going to send the reminder to the person who have created those events, right? So just enter the number manually like this. All right. Now it is asking for the template. So what is the template? Let me show you in my Vati account. So I'm going to this broadcast option here and clicking on this template messages option. So you can see we have these templates here. So what are these templates? Templates are nothing but the messages or predefined message structures that we are going to send to our customer or to anyone whom you want to send the message. All right. So let me open up one template for you. So this is our template. Here you can see the name of template, the category, the language, and this is the message body. So this is the type of message we are going to send. All right. So you can also create such templates by clicking here on new template message like this. Here you can enter the name of the template, select the category, choose the language, and here you can enter the body of the message. All right. After that, just save this template as draft, and after that, submit your template by clicking on this submit template button. After your template gets submitted, WhatsApp's parent company, Facebook, will review your template and get your template approved. All right. So it takes 30 minutes to 2 days to get your template approved. Typically, it will be done in few hours. All right. So as and when your template got approved like these templates, you can easily send messages to WhatsApp by using those templates. So in Pabbly Connect, it is asking for the template which you want to use. So when I click here, I'll find the list of all the approved templates I have in my Vati account like this. So these are the approved templates. And for this purpose, I am going to use this Remi WhatsApp template. So I'll find this template from here only. So just map this like this. And in the broadcast name, just put it like reminder. Now it is asking for the custom parameters. So what are these custom parameters? Let me show you the template. So this is our template. Here you can see, guys, we have some things in double curly braces, like the name, the meeting, and the date. So why we have put these things in double curly braces? Because these are the variable things of our message. because the name of the person can change with each and every message. The meeting name can change, the date obviously is going to change, right, for every event. So these are the variable things which are going to change with every message. So to get these things changed dynamically, you have to map the values of these things here in Pabbly Connect in this format. Alright, so in this custom parameters option, just follow this format, just copy this format from here like this, paste it here, and let me show you how many variables we have. So we have 1, 2 and 3 variables. So put this format 3 times, this is second time and another time like this. Now you have to enter the name of the name parameter first. So let's see the name of our parameter. First parameter is the name parameter only. So copy this from here, paste it here, and then map the value of this name. So you can find the value of this names if we have the data of the person whom we want to send the message. No, we do not enter the data here in my calendar to the person who is going to attend the meeting. Alright, so you can see it has the description, but we do not have the name of attendees. So if you have added the name of attendees in this calendar, when you make the calendar, you will find the data of the attendees also in this Pabbly Connect iterator option. But now as I do not have the attendees name, so I am going to enter the attendees name manually. So I am going to attend this meeting, so I am putting my name like this, right? So just like this, you can also map the values of other parameters also. So now I am entering the value of meeting. So this is the second variable we have in our templates. So you can enter the value of meeting from iterator only. So we have the name of the meeting. So this is important presentation meeting. So just map it from here only like this, right? This is how you can map the things which we have captured in the data in the iterator. And the other thing is the date. Copy this, put it here, enter the value of the date. So you will find the date also from the iterator only. Or I have told you that I have converted the date into another format, so you can enter the formatted date which will look good. So this is the formatted date we have. So map it. So we are done mapping the custom parameters. Now when I click on save and send test request, this data will be delivered as a new message on WhatsApp. Alright, so let me click here. And it is showing this type of response, you can see. And let's see if we receive any message or not. So let's see in the WhatsApp. So we have received another message like this. Hello Aqib Javed, this is just a friendly reminder that you have a meeting important presentation on this date. Alright, so this is the same meeting name, same date that we have received in the WhatsApp. Alright, so this is how it is going to work. So we have checked this connection is working properly. Now let me give you a quick recap what we have done here. So it take a long time, but this is a worthy automation. This is very useful. So in the first tab, we scheduled our reminder messages like this by scheduler by Pabbly. Then we connected the Google Calendar. Then we applied the iterator to segregate the data of our calendar. Then we applied the text formatter to split the date like this. You can see we splitted the date from this to this. Then we applied datetime formatter to change the format of the date in a standard format. Then we modified the current date and bring the date of the event like this by adding the day 1. After that, we compared the dates, and when the result will be equal to 0, it will filter it out when it will equal to 0. So we have the workflow will continue, right? And then we connected our Vati account to send the messages on WhatsApp. All right, so we are done here. Just click on save. So guys, this is it for today's video. If you want any other type of integration, you can contact us at admin@pabbly.com. You can ask your queries and discuss it from this forum and check the pricing of this software from this link. And guys, as we did today, you can make many different type of integrations using many different softwares by Pabbly Connect and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. So guys, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel, and thank you so much for watching this video.